Hey everyone, it's Sunday and it's time for story time. And with me today is Kelpie. Kelpie is a rainbow lorikeet. These guys are found in Australia and Indonesia, and they're known for their bright, bright colors. If you look at Kelpie, he's got almost every color under the rainbow. In fact, he looks exactly like the map behind me with all these awesome colors on him. Now, these are very friendly birds. They do need more attention than most birds though, because of their companionship needs. They love having people around or other birds. They're known for being very mischievous. So that means they like to get in trouble. Part of that is due to their hyperactivity. So most birds are eating a mixture of seeds and fruits and nuts and everything. It's because they have gizzards, and gizzards help like grind that food down and allow them to process it. But lorikeets have a really, really weak gizzards. That means they can't handle the larger stuff. So mainly, these guys are eating fruits and nectars. Well, all that stuff has a lot of sugar in it. In fact, nectar is like pretty much just straight up natural sugar. And so giving them their nectar is a lot like if you were to give a hyperactive kid all of his Halloween candy on Halloween night. And then they're just like bouncing off the walls and everywhere. And that's a lot like what Kelpie goes through every single time he eats. So he's eating lots of sugar all the time. That makes him very hyper. Also means he goes to the bathroom a lot, which luckily you haven't done to me yet. You haven't done to me yet, but that's okay, even if you do, because everybody poops. We know that. But they're very, very friendly birds. They like to bathe a lot too. Part of it could be because of where they come from. They can get a lot of rainfall, especially in Indonesia. But the other part is more likely because they make such a mess drinking and eating all that nectar and fruit that it gets all over them. So because of that, they like to groom themselves a lot. Now, Kelpie is a bird that's going to be going to one of my co-workers, and he carries them around all the time because we want to build a companionship with our birds. We want to make sure we have a really good relationship with them before we bring them home. Well, because Andy's always walking around with Kelpie, I'm always saying hi and I'm trying to be friends with him, because the best thing we can do is socialize our birds and get them used to people. So because of that, I was going to read a book called We're Going to Be Friends, and this one is by Jack White. Yeah, Jack White, the musician from the White Stripes. Yeah. So I figured this would be a good book to read because I'm always trying to be friends with Kelpie, and hopefully this will help him along. You're being a good bird. Yes, you're being so good. Yeah. Ooh, you like the pages already. Okay. So there's some really cool illustrations in here. If you're familiar with the White Stripes, or if your parents are, they'll recognize a lot of the illustration colors. So, We're Going to Be Friends, written by Jack White and illustrated by Eleanor Blake. Are you ready, Kelpie? Fall is here, hear the yell. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I just want to slide back. Back to school, ring the bell. Brand new shoes, walking blues. Climb the fence, books and pens. I can tell that we're gonna be friends. I can tell that we are gonna be friends. Walk with me, Susie Lee, through the park and by the tree. We will rest upon the ground and look at all the bugs we found. Safely walk to school without a sound. Safely walk to school without a sound. You cleaning me? Here we are, no one else. We walk to school all by ourselves. There's dirt on our uniforms from chasing all the ants and worms. We clean up and now it's time to learn. We clean up and now it's time to learn. Numbers, letters, learn to spell. Nouns and books and show and tell. Playtime, we will throw the ball. Back to class through the hall. Teacher marks her height against the wall. Teacher marks her height against the wall. And we don't notice any time pass. We don't notice anything. We sit side by side in every class. Teacher thinks I sound funny, but she likes the way you sing. Tonight I'll dream while I'm in bed when silly thoughts go through my head about the bugs and alphabet. Oh, you gotta stay up on my shoulder, Kelpie. And when I wake tomorrow, I'll bet that you and I will walk together again. I can tell that we're gonna be friends. Yes, I can tell that we're gonna be friends. What do you think, Kelpie? You see your reflection on that nice page? You do. Because you are a good friend. You are a good friend. So, this was a really cool book. I found this when I was up in Sault Ste. Marie at a bookstore up there and thought this would be perfect for story time, especially since I'm always trying to become friends with so many of our animals around here. So, this book just has a really good message that sometimes you can just meet somebody new every day and they can just be your friend. Sometimes you look at somebody and you just know. Like some of my longest friends, I just knew the minute I met them. Or like I knew when I met Kelpie here that I wanted to be Kelpie's friend. And I think Kelpie was okay with being my friend. Just okay. He likes his owner, Andy, way more, but we seem to be getting along just fine. So, I hope you learned a little bit about rainbow lorikeets and how awesome and hyperactive of a bird they are. And I hope you enjoyed our book and go out and make some new friends tomorrow. So, have a good night.